I don't know whether you have ever seen an organization like that. Now I worked in one where I was told to start working without even being given an office and told what to do. That is a conflict. Then ineffective communication. In fact, if I'm the one, I would start with a point like ineffective communication. Communication gap causes conflicts. Because conflicts emerge and due to lack of communication, there is no one to listen to each other, and these conflicts magnify. They actually, what should have been trivial or minor now becomes something big. It results into a full-fledged conflict. Something small, something very small. Like now, suppose a student attempted my test and I marked and registered wrong marks. But the students don't have avenues of communicating to the lecturer. And at the end of the day, the student gets a retake. That will be a conflict between the student and the lecturer due to the problem of ineffective communication. Had the students, had they got a chance to forward their problem to the lecturer, then that conflict would have been handled in time. Ineffective communication causes conflicts. Competition over scarce resources also causes conflicts, and members, you know that. For instance, if people are hungry and they decide to distribute food to a small group, by the way, a good example here can even be the Nabanja money. People who did not get are not happy. That is a conflict. Scarce resources, like in an organization, there are departments, and both of them have requisitioned for a need, but you find one department is being favored at the expense of other departments. That results into a conflict. Differences in attitudes, beliefs, and experiences. We are naturally created in different ways. The way you react to issues is not the way I do. Some of you are silent burners. Others are others are talkative. Others are humble. Others are silent burners. We have different attitudes. We have different beliefs. We have different beliefs due to our backgrounds, due to our nature, the way you were nurtured. We have different experiences. All these causes of conflicts, because I may be someone who likes jokes, but you may find you don't like jokes. And I try to joke with you. Now you develop hatred towards me. You become prejudiced. Differences in attitudes, beliefs, and experiences also causes conflicts. Overlapping or unclear job boundaries. Now, this one is a summary, and I've been explaining these points and using my own words. It does not mean that when you have notes in the handout, you may also use your own words. It is not good to cram. Cram work is not good. So these are the causes of conflicts. Having looked at the causes of conflicts, now let us look at we have looked at the definition of conflict, the definition of conflict management, conflict process, levels of conflict, causes of conflict. Maybe let us end with effects of conflicts. Effects of conflicts. Effects of conflicts. Those are you can cross-check in your handout, and then you look at effects of conflicts. Effects has both benefits and also I've said it has both positive and negative. Let us look at, we can start with one side. We can start with the positive effects of conflicts. Then we end at negative effects of conflicts. I don't know whether your conflict may be functional or dysfunction. And I've said functional means positive and dysfunctional means negative. Means positive, it can bring either positive or negative effects. Now, let us look at point number 1. Conflict is often seen as destructive, but this is a limited view. If all conflict with co-workers is avoided, each party is likely to be deprived of important information about each other's preferences and views. So conflicts help to generate information. If there is no conflict, you will not get information. Number 2, conflict can result into productive or unproductive outcomes. Another point I'm seeing here, it brings hidden problems to the surface. There are problems which people face, but they are hidden. When there is a conflict, it comes to the surface, because when people are annoyed, they spill the beans where they may be conflicted and so on. Just as fermentation is necessary in the production of fine wine, a certain amount of fermentation can create a deep understanding among parties involved in a conflict. That's the same. Conflict helps to bring problems to the surface, and when they come to the surface, it becomes easy to be solved. Another one is it stimulates people to search for improved approaches that lead to better results. As I've said, when there are conflicts, people start to look for solutions. It energizes them to be more creative and to experiment with new ideas. Let us look at some few disadvantages because of time. The first one, there are disadvantages of conflict, especially if conflict lasts for a long period of time. It becomes too intense or is allowed to focus on personal issues. At interpersonal level, cooperation and teamwork deteriorates. There is no cooperation, obviously. You find you hate someone, you can't cooperate. When we are making group discussions, you don't want to join that discussion because you're in conflict with her or him. Distrust, where you don't trust your colleague. And as Norbert Mao, the president of DP, once asserted that trust, like virgin, can be lost once. Therefore, there develops mistrust, suspicion amongst members of the same organization. At the individual level, people may feel defeated, while the image of the organization also is tarnished. It leads to the image of the loss of the image of the organization before the public, because the people will now start looking at an organization as if it is full of conflicts, and it also affects the growth of the organization. It also demotivates employees. You can also add on conflicts also leads to employees leaving the organization, which we call high staff turnover. Members, you read on your own. Next time we shall start on another, we shall continue with main conflict resolution or approaches, how to resolve these conflicts. Otherwise, I wish you the best. God bless you. And at a later stage, we shall also do an online quiz in introduction public sector management. Let us pray for our president, General Tom Haburwa, to make informed decision making about the lifting of the lockdown. God bless you.